Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Ganapur SD. I am working in Reth Shikshan Samstha's Anna Sahib Avti College, Manchar since from last 10 years in Department of Chemistry, working as a junior college teacher. In last lecture, we have seen the introductory part of transition metal elements, and we have seen different series, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D series and their electronic configuration, so on. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to see the property of this transition metal elements. One of the most important property or one of the notable features of the transition elements which is having a great variety, known as oxidation states of first transition series. Transition series or transition metal element shows variable oxidation states. A separate question will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. And we know that the transition metal elements having the general electronic configuration, that is n-1d, or last electron n turns into the n-1d subcell, n-1d cell and 4s subcell. Okay, n-1d and 4s subcell. When we are writing the electronic configuration at the time, first the 4s orbitals are firstly filled, then before of the 3D series, because there is a very small energy difference takes place in between that 4s and n-1d series, that is 3D series. According to the Abbott's principle, we know that the energy difference is more or very less in between 4s and 3D. Because of that reason, both the electrons from 4s and n-1 or 3D subcell take parts in the bonding, and because of that the transition metal element shows the variable oxidation states. When first electrons from 4s orbitals take part in the bonding, after 4s electrons, 3D electrons take part in the bonding, mostly the unpaired electrons. When one electron from that 4s loses, at that time it converts plus M or monopositive oxidation states. M is nothing but any transition metal. M plus means its monopositive oxidation state. Here we have mentioned that. When 2 electrons from 4s orbital loses or take part in the bonding, at that time M dipositive ion, means metal in its dipositive ions or dipositive states. Then when 2 electrons from 4s subcell and 1 electron from D subcell or 3D cell take part in the bonding, at that time M tripositive states. And when 2 electrons from 4s and 2 electrons from D subcell take part, at that time M 4 positive, so on going out. In this table we have seen the electronic configuration of various ions of 3D elements, and all of we know that the 3D series contains the 10 elements, that is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. They are having the atomic numbers from 21 to 30. Okay. M is the metal, or any metal belongs from this 3D series. Let us write their different or various ions or ionic electronic configuration. We know that the general electronic configuration of all these transition metal, scandium having the atomic number 21, its general electronic configuration is 3D1,4s2 in M or metal stage. Okay. In titanium having atomic number 22, electronic configuration 3D2,4s2. Vanadium atomic number 23, electronic configuration 3D3,4s2. Chromium which shows somewhat different electronic configuration or it shows different electronic configuration, that is 3d5 4s1. In manganese having the atomic number 25 3d5 4s2, in ferrous 26 the regular, that is 3d6 4s2, in cobalt atomic number 27 3d7 4s2, in nickel atomic number 28 3d8 4s2. Again in copper, this chromium and copper shows the different electronic configuration. We have seen chromium and copper shows observed different electronic configuration, or they are having difference in their actual electronic configuration, expected electronic configuration or observed electronic configuration, that we have seen in last lecture. Copper atomic number 29 3d10 4s1, and zinc having atomic number 30, that is 3d10 4s2. First we have seen here the electronic configuration of all these elements in monopositive ions. When all the elements when loses the last electron or their electron from 4s subshell or one electron from 4s subshell, then their electronic configuration becomes 3d1 4s1 in scandium. In titanium, one electron from 4s loses, then it becomes 3d2 4s1. In vanadium, again one electron from 4s loses, then it becomes 3d3 4s1. In case of chromium, both the 3d and 4s subshell are half filled. When one electron loses from 4s subshell, at that time it shows the electronic configuration of that is only 3d5 in monopositive state. In manganese, 3d5 4s1 by losing one electron, 3d6 4s1 electronic configuration. In cobalt, 3d7 4s1. In nickel, 3d8 one electron is loses from 4s2, that's why it becomes 4s1. And in case of copper, here the 3d subshell is full filled and 4s subshell is half filled, and this copper and chromium attains this electronic configuration or get the electronic configuration to attain the extra stability, and because of that in monopositive state it loses one electron from 4s and it becomes 3d10. And in case of zinc, 3d10 4s1. All these are nothing but the different electronic configuration, various ions or valence shell electronic configuration of monopositive ion. In dipositive ion, all of you know, all the transition metal elements shows their +2 as the common oxidation state, because the reason behind it is in nearly almost all elements, the 4s orbit contains the 2 electrons. When they take part in the bonding at that time, first the electrons from 4s orbit take part in the bonding. When first electron take part in the bonding, that first electron is from 4s, second electron that is again from 4s, and that 2 electrons from 4s take part in the bonding in all elements, and cause of that near about almost all elements shows +2 oxidation state, as it's the common oxidation state of this first transition series. That we have to see in M dipositive ion or +2 oxidation state, the electronic configuration. Scandium, again it loses one electron from 4s1, therefore it becomes 3d1, it becomes 3d2, 3d3, 3d5 in case of chromium. Okay, in case of manganese, when it loses from one more electron from 4s, it becomes 3d5. In case of ferrous, 3d6. In case of cobalt, 3d7. And in case of nickel, 3d8. 8, and in case of copper 3d9. Here one electron from d10, it loses or take part in the bonding, it loses or take part in bonding, therefore it becomes 3d9. And here one more electron from 4s loses to attain the +2 oxidation state, and it gains or acquires 3d10 electronic configuration. From this all electronic configuration in di-positive ionic state or +2 atomic state, +2 state, all elements having or elements from scandium to zinc attaining the electronic configuration, that is 3d1, d2, d3, d4, d5, d6, d7, d8, d9, d10. Because what is the reason? The reason is that in almost all these elements, first 2 electrons that take part in the bonding, those are from 4s, and cause of that they attain electronic, and cause of that we say that the +2 is the common oxidation state which is shown by all these first transition series elements. Let us see in M tripositive ion +3 oxidation state, in +3 oxidation state 2 electrons from 4s subcell and 1 electron from 3d subcell. Okay, let us see what happens. 3d1, it becomes 3d0, means the electronic configuration becomes equal to argon having the atomic number 18 and 20, 21, means argon having electronic configuration that is 3d0. That is, what is that? The electronic configuration of argon 18, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 18. Okay, argon. Here it becomes it loses 1 electron, therefore it becomes 3d1, 3d2. Here in case of chromium it becomes 3d4. Here 3d4. Here in Fe electronic configuration is 3d6, it becomes 3d5, it becomes 3d, it becomes 3d6, it becomes 3d7, 3d8, and it becomes 3d9. In tripositive ion, all these have the electronic configuration 3d6, 3d7, 3d8 and 3d10. Copper and zinc 7. Okay, here in tripositive ionic state, here in case of copper and zinc, in case of copper, see here, copper having the atomic number 29, electronic configuration is 3d10, 4s1, and we are writing the electronic configuration in tripositive state. What does it becomes? And because of that, didn't write. Here in M tetrapositive ion, the electronic configuration we can write by the similar ways. Okay, from this table we conclude, or in this table we have seen the different examples of or the valence shell electronic configuration of first transition series and their different elements. Let us see the different oxidation states which is shown by the all transition metal elements and their different electronic configuration. Let us see first the elements. Next, their outer electronic configuration. Here, outer electronic configuration. Elements, outer electronic configuration and oxidation states. Outer electronic configuration and their oxidation states. Here in this table we know that first element is scandium, atomic number 21. Outer electronic configuration is, we know that 3d1 4s2. First, here number of unpaired electron is only 1 in D subcell. Because of that, scandium shows two variable oxidation states, that is +2, +3. Second, titanium having atomic number 22. Electronic configuration is 3d2 4s2. 3d2 4s 3d2 4s2. Okay, here first, here number of unpaired electron in 3d subcell is 2. Because of that, when it loses, first it loses electrons from 4s subcell, at that time it shows +2. When then one electron from again 3d, that is +3, +4. Okay, number of unpaired electrons are 2, therefore it shows the 3 variable oxidation state. Titanium third, vanadium atomic number 23. The general electronic configuration is 3d3 4s2. Okay, again here electronic configuration is +2, +3, +4 and +5. It shows here the number of unpaired electrons are 3, and because of that it shows the 4 variable oxidation states. Then fourth element, that is chromium, having the atomic number 24 and its electronic configuration is 3d5 4s1. And because of that, here in case of chromium, first electron, we know that first electron loses from 4s. Because of that, when it loses one electron, it also shows +1 oxidation state, then +2, +3, +4, +5 and +6. Chromium shows electronic configuration that is from +2, +1 to +6. Here in case of vanadium, +3 and +5 are the common oxidation state. Common oxidation states or stable oxidation states. Here in case of chromium, +3 and +6 are the most stable oxidation states. Most stable oxidation states are there. Here the +1 is in oxidation state is very rare. Okay, here next element is, after chromium we know that manganese, Mn, atomic number 24. Electronic configuration is 3d5 4s2. 3d5 4s2. Here in manganese, number of unpaired electrons are more, and because of that it shows electronic configuration that is +2, +3, +4, plus 5, plus 6 and plus 7 plus 7. In scandium, one number of unpaired electron is there, and because of that it shows two variable oxidation state. In case of manganese, manganese is the element, manganese is one of the element in the transition series or 3D series which shows the highest variable oxidation states. Here in case of manganese, that plus 2 and plus 7 are the most stable oxidation state. See here, why plus 2 and plus 7 are the most stable oxidation state? When first electrons from 4s or 2 electrons from 4s take part in the bonding, then the electronic configuration is 3d5, and we know that when the electronic configuration is half filled or completely filled, then that elements gains or attains the extra stability, because by losing the 2 electrons, its electronic configuration becomes 3d5, and because of that it attains or it shows the most stable plus 2 and plus 7 oxidation state. When it loses almost all 7 electrons, then also it attains the extra stability. Then next, manganese after ferrous, Fe, atomic number 26, the electronic configuration is 3d6, 4s2, 3d6, 4s2. Here the electronic configuration is plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5 and plus 6. Why? Let us see here. In case of Fe, electronic configuration is 3d6 in Fe, 3d6, and we know that d orbit having 5 subcells, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many number of electrons are there? 6 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, that 5 and that 6. What does it mean? And we know that only those electrons are taking part in the bonding which are unpaired, and in case of this Fe, ferrous, the electronic configuration is 3d6, and in this situation only 4 unpaired electrons are there. Therefore this 4 and this 2, 4 plus 2, 6. Therefore first is loses his 2 electrons, 2 plus 1, 3, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5 and plus 6. 2 plus 2, 2 plus 6 electronic configuration. In ion, this plus 2 and plus 3, these 2 oxidation states are most stable oxidation states, and we know that Fe always are present in Fe dipositive or Fe tripositive states. Okay, next, that is after Fe, cobalt is there. Cobalt having the atomic number 27, the electronic configuration is 3d7, 4s2. Here in case of cobalt, electronic configuration is 3d7. Then what? 2 to 4 to 6. Again one more electron is paired in d subshell. Here in case of cobalt, 3 unpaired electrons are there, and only the unpaired electrons are taking part in the bonding, and because of that 3 unpaired electrons from 3d and 2 electrons from 4s, 2 plus 3, 5. Therefore it shows plus 2 oxidation state, plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5 oxidation states. Okay, it shows, or cobalt shows plus 2 to plus 5 oxidation state. Here in case of cobalt, this plus 3 oxidation state is the stable oxidation state. Next, in case of nickel, atomic number is 28, electronic configuration is 3d8 4s2. Again, what happens? Again, one more electron is entered here. In case of nickel, okay, nickel having atomic number 21, 3d8. Okay, in 3d8 situation, there are only 2 unpaired electrons are present in the d subshell, and therefore these 2 and 2 electrons from 4s, 2 plus 2 4, therefore it shows the oxidation state, that is plus 2 plus 3 and plus 4. It shows only plus 3 oxidation states. We know that. Here in case of scandium, we have seen, in case of scandium only one unpaired electron is there, number of unpaired electron is 1, and because of that reason it shows the 2 variable oxidation states. Similar in case of titanium, there are 2 number of unpaired electrons, and cause of that it shows the 3 variable oxidation state. Likewise that here in case of nickel, there are 2 number of unpaired electrons are there, and cause of that it shows 3 variable oxidation states in nickel. Then copper, in case of copper, in nickel this plus 2 and this plus 4 are the common oxidation states. Plus 2 and plus 4 are the most stable oxidation state, nickel. In case of copper, copper having the atomic number 29, that is 3d10 4s1, 3d10 and 4s1. In case of this copper, d orbit is completely filled, therefore it shows plus 1 comma plus 2 oxidation state. This plus 2 oxidation state which is shown by copper is an rare case. Okay, in case of copper, and we know that copper in di-positive ion is always present. And last, that is nothing but the zinc having the atomic number 30, electronic configuration, that is 3d10 4s2, and it shows the plus 2 oxidation state, and which is the most stable oxidation state of copper, most stable oxidation state of copper. From all these variable oxidation states, it is clear that the different variable oxidation states shown by these 3D elements or transition metal elements is depend on number of unpaired electrons. When number of unpaired electrons are more, then that specific element shows highest oxidation states or more number of variable oxidation states. In out of these 10 elements, that manganese shows highest oxidation state, that is from +2 to +7. Because of that, in manganese there are 5 number of unpaired electrons are present in the subshell. Because of that, this shows the highest oxidation state, +2 to +7. And in scandium, it shows +2 to +3, and copper and zinc both are showing that is the di-positive ion or +2 common oxidation state. In our board exam as well as in NEET and JEE exam, one important question will be asked on all of these. What is that? They ask why the D block elements or metal shows the variable oxidation state. Question is what? Justify why D block element shows variable oxidation states. What is the answer? In D block elements, in D block elements or transition metal elements, the number of electrons taking part in the bonding, the number of electrons taking part in the bonding are from n minus 1 d subcell, n minus 1 d subcell and 4s subcell, from both subcell. First electrons from 4s subcell take part in the bonding, and after that electrons from n minus 1 or 3d subcell take part in the bonding. Means electrons from 4s and 3d, electrons from both the orbitals take part in the bonding, and because of that these transition metal element shows the variable oxidation state, that is the highest oxidation states take part in the bonding. Okay. In next lecture we will see the second property of these transition metal elements. Okay, thank you.